morning, everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy check-in for our energetic weather for the week ahead. So as we do, I'm going to work with tarot deck first, and then we're going to work with another oracle deck after that. The deck I've chosen for this week, well, the tarot deck for this week, is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, as well as a deck I haven't used in ages, is my Archangel Michael deck by Doreen Virtue. It's a lovely deck, and it's very straightforward and very to the point, and I think we kind of need that today. Okay, so first off, let's take cards out for Monday and Tuesday, which is today and tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So let's see what card comes up for us today and tomorrow. That one. And then followed up with an oracle. Today and tomorrow, that one. They seem to be wanting to come out the middle today. Okay, so today we have, you can't see the writing at the bottom, and also my apologies for the quality of this video. We have load shedding, so it's quite grainy. So I'm sure you can see the picture, but not so much the writing. Okay, so on this card here for today and tomorrow, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And if you look at that witch, she's kind of tending to her tree, her harvest, and she's acknowledging what she's managed to harvest over the last while. So today and tomorrow we'll see ourselves feeling like we need to reflect a little bit on how far we've come on our journeys so far, reflecting on what we've managed to achieve, and maybe reassessing our goals and see if our goals and plans are still in alignment with who we are and what we truly want in moving forward. And Spirit is saying it's not too late to tweak and change those plans, right? So in other words, let's say, excuse me, in the beginning of this year, in January, New Year's, we had ideas and thoughts of what we'd like to achieve, and then maybe now those things don't resonate with us anymore, or maybe we realized we were settling for too little. So now's a good time to reassess, refocus, and get back on track again with where we want to be. This card is also a harvest card. So she's harvesting what she's planted there. As you can see, the little kitty in the background is helping her to reap her harvest and reap her rewards of what she's worked so hard to achieve. It's a beautiful card. I love the artwork on these. So this is to do with reaping what you sow, right? So right now we'll be seeing the results of past efforts or the lack thereof, right? So now's really a time to look at what we are reaping, and if we don't like it, we've been given an opportunity to change it. So that's today and tomorrow. Now backed up with Oracle card I drew, it says use your imagination and you can see the answer, right? So what this card here talks about is they're saying our imagination is a very creative tool, right? And if we don't like what we are now reaping, right, we can change it and we can choose a different outcome. We can imagine a different scenario. We can change our story, I'm hearing Spirit say. So if life is not quite going the way you want it to right now, you can change it, right? And everything starts in our imagination. You know, everything in the world today started off with just a thought. It started off with somebody imagining something into existence. They started with an idea and then changed it into something, right? So if we don't like the way things are, change it. Imagine a different scenario. Imagine a better scenario, and then take action accordingly. So that's today and tomorrow. Now for Wednesday and Thursday, let's get our tarot deck back again. Wednesday and Thursday, that one wants to come out. And then an oracle for Wednesday and Thursday. This one pops out. Okay, so here we have for Wednesday and Thursday, the Four of Pentacles, right? Now, as you can see, this man, he's sitting on a chest. It's like he's sitting on his treasure chest, right? And he's either being overly stingy with his money, he's holding on to it too tightly, or he's trying to protect whatever he has left in that trunk, right, in that treasure chest. So Wednesday and Thursday, money is going to come up as an issue, right? In a sense where we're being asked to shift how we view money for a start. We're being asked to shift how we value ourselves, like how much do we value the work we bring to the world. It's all about valuing the self, I'm hearing, Wednesday and Thursday. And to that end, I'm hearing self-care. So here we might be feeling the urge to ask for a raise or an increase, or we might be feeling the urge to increase the fees that we charge for what we do, or we might be expecting and wanting more because we ultimately maybe deserve more in that particular instance, right? So here I'm also hearing, again, it's time to balance our giving and receiving with the world. Make sure that what you're giving and what you're receiving are in balance. Also, this is a warning to be mindful of our finances. In other words, when we're spending money on something, we want to ask ourselves, do we really need it, or is it just a want? Maybe the want can wait for a later stage. Now it's time to focus on what we need the most, right? So be mindful about finances, what you earn, how you earn. Are you earning enough for what you do? Are we maybe being a bit frivolous with our finances on Wednesday and Thursday? But then Spirit is also saying, remember that we're always provided for. You know, as long as we know what we want and we take action towards what we want, and we do our service with absolute love and passion, we will always be rewarded. No effort ever goes to waste. Okay, so there's that card. And then this card here, it says the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So here, this card is asking us to trust ourselves, right? Trust our intuition. And to also trust the process, I'm hearing, because let's be real, you know, life has been a bit interesting recently. There's been lots of highs and lows and lots of topsy-turviness. So we're being asked to have faith. We mustn't hold on too tightly to fear, I'm hearing. You know, yeah, there's a lot of fear floating around the world at the moment with this lovely coronavirus we're dealing with and everything else that goes with it. But I'm hearing, do not get sucked into that fear. There really is no point in that, right? Fear doesn't solve anything. Replace that fear with faith, trust, confidence, and to just look after ourselves. After all, this is what this wonderful new moon we're having now is all about. It's all about health and self-care. So if there's anything that this virus is actually teaching us, is self-care needs to be our top priority. So we're needing to, you know, make sure we're looking after ourselves, we're looking after our bodies, we're taking in good nutrition, and using hand sanitizer mustn't be a new thing. It must be something we use regularly. We must wash our hands regularly, be hygienic regularly. So this is what this whole scenario is busy teaching us, right? So don't hold on to fear, right? Know your worth, know your value, spend your energy and your resources wisely, trust yourself, and trust the process. Okay, so now let's have a look and see what we have now for Friday and the weekend. Let me just pick up this pile that I've now wonderfully scattered all over my desk. Okay, let's see what comes up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This one. They're all coming out the middle today. Okay, and then an oracle to go with it. Pick one. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have the 8 of Wands. Now, what stands out for me here is this lady has got all of her wands up in the air, and she's kind of swirling them around, and behind her is what looks like a hurricane or like a tornado of some kind. Now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm hearing is going to be a flurry of activity. So lots of busyness over this coming weekend. And I'm also hearing the words try and prioritize. So instead of being overwhelmed by all the things we've got going on, let's sort out what is important. Let's prioritize what needs to be our focus, and then put the other things after that, right? So focus on what's important, and also whatever is seemingly up in the air and whatever is seemingly not very grounded, we now have an opportunity to bring it down to earth. So in other words, and this is quite a work card I'm hearing, it's career and work. So here they're saying whatever we've got going on work-wise, because Spirit is saying a lot of us have gone through significant change with regards to our work and our careers. Now we get to start to make things more tangible work-wise. So if things have been very busy at work, things have been very up in the air, we need to pull out of the air what is important and what matters, right? And make that practical, put things into action. The one suit is very action orientated, right? So this weekend, lots of action, flurry of activity. So prioritize, even though things might look very, very up in the air, take what is important and leave the rest behind, right? Then this card here we have, it says go forward fearlessly. Now, interesting, I just spoke about fear, right? And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they say, oh, calm before the storm, right? So here we have storm, right? But here we have calm, okay? So Spirit is saying come the weekend, as much as we have all this flurry of activity going on, we're going to start feeling a lot calmer come the weekend. We're going to start feeling a lot more focused, a lot more organized, and like life actually isn't so bad. So because we know that in the end everything is going to be okay, we need to start practicing now, to trust and to have faith that there's a natural flow to life, that not everything is negative. Maybe we just need a bit of a shift in perspective and to trust ourselves, to trust our intuition and to trust the powers that be up there, right? And I don't mean the government. I mean like our creator, our spiritual helpers, our guides, our angels, whatever we pray to, doesn't matter, it's all the same thing. So to just trust the process, to go with the flow, and to know that we are always safe, but we also need to trust ourselves to take some steps to help us feel to help us feel safer. Okay, so like I said, how we can do that is body care, self-care, hygiene care, being careful with our resources, using our money in the best ways we know how, and also knowing our worth, commanding our worth so we can earn more in direct proportion to what we're busy giving out as a service or as a product or whatever it is we do for a living. So very interesting week ahead this week, which feels like it's going to be filled with highs and lows. But when we have those lows, Spirit is calling us into stillness and to reconnect, to reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with Source, reconnect with our Creator, while keeping our feet firmly planted on the ground. So interesting week ahead. I hope that helps you to navigate this week's weather, and sending you lots of love, and have a beautiful, happy week ahead. Take care and keep well. Bye.